share my certificate I got. I recently did a Iron Butt Association ride. I did the entry level ride, which is the SS 1000, which is the saddle sore 1000. I'll be uploading pictures soon. But what I just want to cover real quick is just some tips, some of the things that I learned on the ride. I ride a 15 Street Glide Special Harley. Me and a couple of more people, about 5 riders. We're in the northern part of Virginia. We rode down to South Carolina, did a turnaround, and came back for about a total of, I think, about 1,080 miles. I'm not really sure exactly what was recorded, but I know it was over 1,000. We did that in about 21 hours. I honestly got to say it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. We pulled over maybe every 130 miles, took about a 15 to 10 minute break off the bikes while we gassed up and got receipts. So it was pretty enjoyable. I have my bike set up for long distance ride. I got a pretty comfortable seat with a backrest, highway pegs, so I was able to stretch out and enjoy the ride. Before I get into actually showing you what I want to make the video today about, I just want to talk about some tips that I learned and how, if you're planning on doing a 1,000 ride, maybe some of the things that you want to take. First thing is try to get you a lot of sleep. Actually, I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to. Your fingers on the camera. Actually, I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to, just because I was so excited. We met up about 2:30 a.m. and we were on the road about 3 o'clock. So we took off on a Saturday morning. So having worked the whole day Friday, which I probably should have took off, but having worked the whole day Friday, I was kind of wound up after coming home, getting my bags packed, and going over the bike. I end up not going to sleep until about 11, maybe 12. So a couple hours sleep. I don't know how this is going to affect you. I'm used to going without a lot of sleep, so it really was not that bad for me. Plus, we rode a lot early in the morning, so basically our trip was all day long until the turnaround came back, maybe about 4 hours in the dark. So it wasn't as bad. I would definitely say plan the route. Plan the route where you know you're going to have sufficient gas stations, because you're going to have to stop at least every 200 miles or so, depending on your tank, but they recommend at least every 200 miles, so you can get a verification, a receipt to where you're going to be headed at. Which brings me to another good point: documentation. Once you go on the website, the Iron Butt Association site, and you look up the rides, they're going to give you a vast detail of how you should document the rides. Some people that, when I was watching the video, said that was one of the hardest things. To me, it was fairly easy. The biggest thing is having a witness at the start and having a witness at the end, and then also remembering to get your gas receipts at every gas station pullover. What I found for me that was easiest, what I did is every time we pulled over and got a gas receipt, I would put the number of stops on top of the gas receipt. So when I got done at the end of the trip, it was easy for me to fill out my trip log, because I knew the stops and everything that was there that I had to write down. So verification for me was not bad. It's pretty straightforward as to what you need to write, what you need to have documentation wise. I also did what was recommended on the site, where I took a picture of the gas receipt and my speedometer every time we pulled over, and I included those pictures into my package when I sent it in to the IBA Association. And I really think it helped with the turnaround time for the verification, because after mailing it, it took maybe 3 weeks for me to get everything back. That's with the email verification and my documents. So we talked about planning the ride, talked about getting some sleep, make sure you're filling out your logbooks, and hey, have fun. A lot of people were saying that they didn't enjoy the ride because it was so fast that they couldn't have fun. I don't know. I felt like I had a lot of fun, and I still did it with about 3 hours to spare. I could have took a little bit more time and seen a little bit more scenery, but the places I rode to, I had already been before, so I was used to it. So I definitely will be doing another Iron Butt. I'm going to be doing the 1500 bun burner in 36 hours, and then eventually I want to do the 1500. I think it's in 24 hours. Okay. And of course, make sure your bike is properly maintained. Oil change, tires are good, brakes are checked, tension is checked on the drive, everything that you need to make sure that you can get there and back safe. But let's get into what I wanted to share with you today, and that is, I got my Iron Butt Association documents. I want to open them on camera so you can kind of see what they have. I know a lot of people have a couple of videos out there. I went for the full package, so let's just go right into it. They actually send it Really, really secure. It fits like 2 or 3 envelopes in the inside with a bunch of different tape going all the way around it. So let me see how I'm going to get into it without damaging anything. Like I said, they got it pretty secure. Okay, so first off, once you open it, it comes, let me make sure you got everything on it. Another piece of paper. So it comes 1 envelope. I have 2 inside of the pack, and it was double-sided with these sheets of paper. Not really sure why, maybe just for packing reasons or whatever the case may be. Matter of fact, let me keep that open. No, I got it. Okay, opening up the first one here. Tag. And I'm gonna get everything out, then we'll go through it. Here, looks like documentation and stickers. Okay, zoom in over there for me real quick. Come over. So here it says the world's toughest motorcycle riders, Mr. Williams, of course. Congratulations on successful completion of riding a motorcycle 1,000 miles in less than 24 hours. You now join a small community of motorcyclists from around the world that have managed to tackle and successfully solve the challenge of time and distance to complete the Shadow Sword 1000. Enclosed is your certificate of accomplishment. Additionally, your ride is permanently recognized on the Iron Boat Association worldwide web page. If you do not have access to the internet, we strongly suggest that you go somewhere and get service where you can see where it's at. And just a letter from the president, which is Michael J. Kneebone. It's a nice little documentation. And here is my certification here, and it basically reads, this is the certified that on the 10th of June 2017, myself, Marcus Williams, rode a 2015 Harley-Davidson Street Glide Special Black Denim, a total of 1,065 grueling miles in less than 24 hours, starting in Virginia and continuing through, and it lists all the different places we went through. We went through North Carolina and then back into South Carolina, before turning around and retracting his route back to Virginia by participating in the Shadow Sword 1000. And that's a nice little certificate I'm going to frame. And here, this is a printout from the website. When you go look under records, and it has my name right here, and it just says, Marcus Williams, Northern Virginia, date June 10th, 17th. And it just shows the bike that I rode, with your Harley-Davidson Street Glide, and it says I rode 1,065 miles, and that's my name up top. So that makes it official. I'm in the books, and this definitely will not be my last ride. Let's see what else. This other document here is just talking about my membership number, password to go on the website where I can order various merchandise, because I am now a member. And it also just goes through the rules saying, hey, please do not share your password with other people that are not in the association, so they can't buy the Iron Butt t-shirts or caps or anything else that they have. Then finally, it's a letter from the president just talking about the association, thanking me for having interest in it and completing a ride. And then there are some instructions. Okay. That's it. Now let's get into what I have here. So like I said, I opted for the full package. I have stickers, the Iron Butt 1000. I'm gonna put some of these on in my garage, maybe on the back of one of my helmets. I have a patch that I will be adding to a vest that I have. And then I also have the pin here. Let me open this up for you. I think this pen is just gonna go inside of a little collection of coins I already have. You know, I'm getting tired. Oh, I got two of them. Oh, one. Okay. And oh, it's a pretty nice pen. And it just says Iron Butt Association, 1,000 mile and 24 hour saddle sore 1,000. So a pen, you know, you can put on a leather jacket or a vest or anything like that. I got a lot of these pens from different associations, military-wise. So I'm probably just, you know, put it into there. Here's what I want. What I really liked was the tag. And I'm going to go mount that on my bike probably in the morning. And it's a double-sided. And it just says Iron Butt Association, World Toughest Riders. And it's a decal that you put behind your tag so people can know that you're part of that group or association. So that's it. That's everything that I have. Like I said, closing out, it really was not a bad thing. I know a lot of people say, hey, you know, 1,000 miles in 24 hours. You know, it was easy. And I don't consider myself a long distance rider by no means. But I don't mind going 4 to 5 hours for some barbecue and coming back home. So I think the biggest thing is set your bike up for long distance riding for whatever you need. Comfort. If you're a taller guy like me, I'm 6'1". A lot of these bikes, the street glides aren't made for a really tall guy. So the Howard pegs help me stretch my legs out. I got a seat that kind of pushed me back a little bit further. Not that I'm super tall or anything like that, but that really helped me out. I got a CVO seat, which made it a little bit more comfortable. And I rode with a full face, keep a lot of the bugs in the wind just from cutting in my ears and everything like that. So it was easy. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing the next one. I will be uploading pictures of the ride. I did not record it. I have a GoPro now, so I should be recording the 1500 one. And thank you for watching.